My name is Tyler Burns. I'm one of the pastors at New Dimensions Christian Center, and I also have the privilege of serving on the Leadership Council of Eea V2, which is a collective impact organization which deals with cradle to career readiness. And the director, Dr. Kimberly Krupa, is here. Can we give her a hand as well? And I've served at my church for about 10 years, almost a decade, and I've had the privilege of mentoring teenagers and young adults from middle school, high school, and college ages. And I've also had the privilege of working alongside some amazing parents and some heroic educators who are working as hard as they possibly can to make sure that each one of these precious children has every opportunity for an equitable and holistic quality education. And every single time we come together as a group of young people, young teenagers, I ask everyone to pair off and to look each other in the eyes. And so I'm going to ask you to pair off and look at someone in the eyes. Please, quickly, don't make it awkward. And I want you to repeat something after me with the person that you've decided to look in the eyes of. Nobody look in my eyes, please. I want you to say, "You are beautiful." Say it. Say, "You are beautiful. You are valuable. You matter." If there is one thing that I believe our young people need to hear more of, there is one thing I believe that the students in this community need to hear more of, if there's one thing I believe parents and educators and faith-based leaders and those who are on the school board need to hear more of, is that you are valuable, you matter. We set the example as faith-based leaders. We set the example as community service members and law enforcement of making sure that every child is valued. And I had a front row seat over the past 10 years to make sure and to see the importance of quality education in the lives of young people. But something else drove this point home. It took the recognition level up a notch. And that's on December 22nd, 2017, I became a father. Nothing clarifies your life quite like parenting, am I right? And between all the poopy diapers and sleepless nights and now temper tantrums, which I don't know what to do about, I figured out something. My wife and I were talking, and I said, our daughter is a lot like one of my favorite quotes. It's from the activist and writer James Baldwin. James Baldwin said that children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them. What James Baldwin was saying is that what we do is far more important than what we say. That our actions are far more important and carry much more weight than our words. Tonight, we have the opportunity to continue setting an example. There's one thing I would leave you with, if there's one thing that I believe is so important in this community, is that we must come together and set an example. That the next generation is watching us. The future generations are seeing how we will treat critical issues such as education in Escambia County. And I believe that there are people in here who have dedicated their lives to setting the example. And there are people here tonight who will decide after tonight's meeting to set an example. But if we come together, recognizing, as Dr. King said, that we are caught up in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. We are in this together. We must come together and commit to ourselves that every child, every school, every community, every organization will come together to make sure that these precious children are valued, that they know that they are beautiful, and that they realize that they matter. I hope tonight you will set an example. Thank you.